As back as Maurice Attorney, Spirit of Justice. Hopefully I'm going to try to finish it out today. Or at least get further through. I'm examining everything. Let's see, now we're about to talk. I already did that. No, yeah, I gotta move to row. I think this is where I'm supposed to do. May 18th. Garan Palace Royal Residence. Nada. Would you stop already? Stop it. Notice. What do you want? It's about Durkee. Would you please hear me out? He ain't gonna listen. I failed to see why I should. Now, if you'll excuse me. And he leaves again. Hold it right there! What now? Ada, are you afraid of what I might have to say? If not, then there's no harm in listening, right? Very well. Speak. Better make it fast, Apollo, and make it important. Make it quick. There's much I must do. Yeah, we're all busy. Why does everything have to be so difficult with you? Prosecuting Durkee. Isn't that your, dad's? I know you'll be prosecuting Durkee's case, but aren't there any other prosecutors in this country? No. Why does it have to be you and you alone? Her Eminence, Queen Garan, personally requested that I serve as a prosecutor. She did? That would make it hard to say no to. Her Eminence thinks highly of my prosecutorial skills. So she didn't have to ask you to handle a case against your own father. To be honest, you really don't want to do this, do you? Actually, he kinda doesn't care. You speak of love and sentiment. I guess so. Somewhat. I don't deny such human emotions. However, but the law is the law, so they're gonna do it no matter what. And placing personal feelings above it is beyond reprieve. Do you disagree? Well, no, I don't disagree, but civilization only exists due to the confines of the law. How it isn't in love and sentiment lack the fertile soul they need to flourish. Do you disagree? Can't you at least let him finish his sentence? No, but the law must be obeyed. This truth still sits above all else, including personal feelings. That's bullcrap. And therefore, whether or not I am the son of the accusers is of no consequence. Is that simple, or would you say otherwise? Say something, Apollo. Yeah. But come on, Apollo, spit it out. Tell him how wrong he is. He can't, can he? But don't you wish it wasn't that way? Seriously, that's all I have to say? That's it? How pathetic. It appears I've wasted my breath on you. And the winner is Prosecutor Sunmahi. Athena, whose side are you on? Still spewing empty words to avoid meaning or consequence, I see. You putrid red pepper. I know I'm right. But did he have to be so eloquent about his point? It's like he's trying to conjure something up with his pretty words. Maybe he is. Paul, I'd cut back on the debate soon if I were you. Yeah, you're not gonna win with that guy. Just stick to questions like the ones you want to ask. Okay. Who Dorky cares about? Now, I wanted to ask you about that hostage situation. Inga said he had someone dear to Durkee in the palm of his hand. And he was using that person along with his hostage as leverage in obtaining the orb. Was that you? Hit the nail on the head. That's news to me. Okay, so you didn't know about that. Well, that's what Inga said, at least. Flashback. You can kiss your chance of getting the orb goodbye. Hey, hey, hey. My fate ain't my only house insurance, you know, Durkee. What? He has another hostage. I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? He couldn't have meant it. Now that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I could do. Right? I don't think he meant Nayuda. Or maybe it is related. Glad you see things my way. Flashback over. I got the impression Duck had no choice but to follow Inga's demand after he heard that. So who do you suppose this special person is? How should he know? He'd care less. I wouldn't know. What? My bracelet's ratting how he's lying. Hey Naira, about what you just said. Oh, Sutra. Ow! My bracelet is crushing my wrist. Ouch, that really hurts. What the heck is going on? He's really trying to hide something. Naira, that is. I'm wise to your tricks, you Puget Pepper, so he won't be able to get any truth out of this guy. That he can find his bracelet, didn't he? The bracelet reacts to the anxieties of people around you by squeezing into your wrists. But now that I know how it works, I can make it tighten around your wrist anytime I wish. So I won't be getting any truth from information on Naira, really. Consider this a warning. I don't know how he did it, but this renders my bracelet useless for the time being. Well, that sucks. Such chivalry is powerless in the face of the Holy Mother's blessings. He honestly looks like your special power won't work against Prosecutor Son Mahipal. Figures you have some safety measures. We have to try something else. You're right. We'll just have to ask Durkee about this. Naruda, it appears. Nothing. You intend to go through with a trial you have no hope of winning. We'll see about that. Grow up, Mr. Justice. You are no longer children, you and I. I'm not the one who needs to grow up, Naruda. In case you didn't hear, I won my last case against the end of Mr. Wright. Yeah, he did. You tell him, Apollo, he did beat the Turnabout Terror. Even though under certain circumstances, we did manage to beat... That's the second time he lost. I've got to bookmark it in the Miiverse, though. We got this. Is he mad? I don't think I can never tell with him. He just utter silence seems. This trial is different, however. Your foolishness will only earn you a death sentence for aiding and abetting a criminal in this country. And those who die as criminals are doomed to be rewarded in the next life with something lower than a bug or vegetable. You would be lucky to return to this realm with a patch of mold. Mold? Really? That's pretty harsh. If you wish to avert such a fate, abandon this and folly before it's too late. No, I don't care if I end up as a dollop of blue cheese dressing in my life. If I'm going to defeat Durkee, I'm going to defend Durkee in the court. You fool. Know this. I intend to prosecute the accuser with all my might, no matter what you say or do. Consider yourself forewarned now, if you'll excuse me. Guess that's all we have for now. President Sama, he knows his father will be executed if he found guilty. Yet he won't show even an ounce of mercy. Pause. Naruda, is this the real you? Have you really changed that much? Do you really plan on sending Durkee to his death? Apparently he does. And with that, do you even hear me out? Flashback. Don't Durkee and I matter to you anymore? And something must have really happened to him to make him this way. And with that, to be continued. See you in court, everyone. Talk about revolution. Saving data. Let's resume. May 18th. Temple. Maya passes out right after we found her in the tomb. Passed out. Flashback from what Phoenix. Oh, back to Phoenix this time. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. She must have had some spirit channeling done. She's done a lot of it in her sight. She's been out cold ever since. Haven't been able to get a word out of her. The doctor said it's just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry. What is wrong, Wright? Are you alright? Hey, Edgeworth. Yeah. Just thinking is all. I'm glad you're here, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. We wouldn't have gotten the permissions we have without you. But I didn't come all the way to crying to be useless. Makes sense. Let's go in glasses. Speaking of the investigation, I received a few things from Detective Sky. These should prove to be useful as well. More evidence. An autopsy report. And Inga's autopsy report adds to the court record. Thank you, Detective Sky and Edgeworth. And 2, tomb diagram adds to the court record. And number 3, tomb crime photo added to the court record. Number 4, that's all. I can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. 3 pieces of evidence. The rest of it, we're gonna have to find ourselves. Honestly, I have been so lost on him these past few days. You there! The bobbed-headed lawyer, Phoenix Wright! Don't tell me. Rafa? Huh? Oh boy. Nope. That's one of the Royal Guards. I sound like her. You're from the Garan Royal Guard, right? That's right. Oh, what's the sword? I'm like Royal Guard member in Her Eminence shoulder rubber. That's very specific and odd. What does the Royal shoulder rubber want with me? Don't tell me he's under arrest or something. Wait, come to think of it, my shoulders are a bit... Don't be absurd! I'm here for the one purpose only. I am to bring you to her eminence. Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Crime. Queen Garan, will you comply? Guess, well, I don't have much of a choice here, do I? The Queen? What could she want with me? And why does she have to shout like that? As maybe he's got earplugs in or something. I can't fathom why Queen Garan would summon you. Your edge is puzzled, but I advise you to accept the Roman's grand invitation. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You might be able to find something helpful to the trial. Royal shoulder rubber like he, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen, or is this for Wright only? The name's Lahi. La apostrophe key and Zach. All praise the unopposing Queen Garan, but she has already foreseen and approved your request, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's good. You are both to come with me. Oh, okay. Great. You mean to say Queen Garan sees our every move? That's right. Yes, indeed. Her eminence spiritual power is immense. You can even see what's going on thousands of miles away. Does she have cameras or something? Right. I fear I'll lose my hearing if we don't hurry. Yeah, let's get moving. Me too. This guy's gonna be the death of us. They're gonna make us go deaf. Why would the Queen herself summon me personally? What could she possibly be up to? Only one way to find out. Better get moving. Wait, don't we need to talk to him first? No, guess not. Audience chamber. I'm going to swap him back in May 18th. Garan Palace. Audience chamber. Oh, CG cutscene. Nice. Animated cutscene. The bob-headed lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. 3D cutscene of it. Okay, guess we have to make our way up. Thank you, Your Eminence. This palace is still as magnificent as the last time we went here. We have heard much about you, Barbed One. It seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to lead and leave our court devastated in their wake. Well, he is known as the Turnabout Terror. Is that what people have been saying about me? Looks like it. Right. Where are your manners? Bow? Yeah, dude. Your Eminence, I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. You say the same, Phoenix. Oh, Your Eminence, I'm glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. Seriously, Wright? It is alright. There's no need to keep your head bowed all the time. Yes, Your Eminence. And Rafe is here as well, with her scepter, staff. Rafe is not looking too good herself. After what happened, I guess even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. Who would? I'd be pretty cold-hearted to do that. So what can I do for you, Your Eminence? We wish to question you about something related to the chase at hand. Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own. Who are you talking? Inga's crime, for one. We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So it is that we summoned you here to further educate the situation. Is it true that our husband Inga has been seeking the Founder's Orb? That's right. He wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey. Preposterous, instant fool. Rafe doesn't like to hear that. Ow! Hey, what's your clawing on the head? That's a lie, I say. Father would have never done such a thing. But he did abduct Maya, that much is true. I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense. You will pay for this, you. Hey, stop hitting Phoenix! Ow, ow, ow. Please stop hitting me, Your Benevolence. He's only stating what he heard and what's transpired. Right enough, Faith, we understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. You do? Huh? We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power. And with it, he intended to usurp the throne, take it from Garan. And she's speechless. Mother, somewhat speechless. What do you mean, Your Eminence? Inga was planning a coup, for he was dissatisfied with the current administration, and his secret police was the primary instrument was treason. The secret police. They came up during the High Priest's murder trial, too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice, in this case, Inga. Ah, I remember him. Flashback. The man who was hunting them was the Lady Kira. I was a member of that group. Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army, and he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us. So Your Eminence had no control over them? Not likely. As much as it shames us to admit it, Quran is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you had to witness it in the dirty underbelly of our kingdom. And Rafa, how could Father have done this? But know that Inga could not have become a king simply through our assassination. For in Quran, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne. In other words, those that can channel spirits. I see. That explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Squad 1. Do you recall the man who's known as... Hey, is this we're getting a bit of a recap of all our past suspects and those who committed crimes. Recall the man known as Hezlin Understandi? Yes, what about him? He was the first trial. He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had brought his loyalty, ordered the man to steal the orb and covered up the theft. And then he sent the orb to the U.S. for Dr. Buff to study. It all coming together. Oh, so this is all one big elaborate plan. Okay, now Durkee the criminal. To capture the infamous villain Durkee said Mahi. Now, about that. It may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. It's not exactly that. No, please. And perhaps the kingdom may return to the peace it once knew. Oh, what a joyous day. Not a joyous day! That guy was wrongly convicted. Hail to Her Eminence Queen Gawain, Grand Priestess of Crime. Heaven and Spirit of God invoke blessings straight from the Holy Mother. I could see how her cronies would be elated at the prospect. But the Queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered. Yeah, I don't think that she'd be a little distraught like her father. Rafe, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. Something's off. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago, the one in which Durkee was accused of assassinating Queen Amara. Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive. Murder by arson. Ouch, only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime. But that event also set the stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence? As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions, the longest of which was the previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara. Interesting, that's her husband's position, or at least it was his position. When you ascended to the throne, you passed the Defense Capability Act. Defense Capability Act. Third, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In other words, as accomplices. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Capability Act, Your Eminence? The assassination of our dear sister Amara. When the infamous villain Durkee Sadmahi was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer. Not the best option. That's kind of like what Phoenix did. Durkee used to be a lawyer as well. Durkee had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people. Yeah, until that fateful trial. But he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case. Kind of like what happened in the first Ace Attorney game, that bonus trial with Emma Sky's sister. I see. Falsifying evidence is a very big offense. When the truth of fabrications in the assassination of the Queen came to light, the people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted. And that's why people hate lawyers, or defense attorneys rather. That's right. Now, why does this sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder. Funny you mention that. Anyways, moving on. In crime, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the person lose their faith in it, the kingdom will be shaken into its very core. That is why the Defense Capability Act had to be passed. It was only a way of keeping our legal system from tumbling into the abyss. So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony and fake evidence. Huh. That law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom as well. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been wrongly accused of that. We see how you could take an issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you have shown yourself. That's right. Well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there is the possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted. As long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there needn't be a fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree? Perfect prosecutors and their perfect trials. I don't buy it. What do you think, Edgeworth? Let's not get started on this path. Yeah, that sounds like Edgeworth. Yeah, let's not go there. That's furthermore here in Crine. We have the divination seance, and so it is we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie. Well, in the short time I've been here, I've been back false charges twice. Yeah, that he has. and I found the cases built in the memories of the dead are less than perfect. Yeah, we've seen that firsthand with Phoenix. Yes, I do take issue with the Defense Capability Act, to say the least. Ho ho ho. Such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, Barbed One. It feels as if we ourselves are being cross-examined. You don't say. No, that wasn't my intention. It is true that some may feel the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil at best, but it is a small sacrifice which the peace of our kingdom has been forged. If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure. The fact is that following this passage, the crime rate here in crimes dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Capability Act. Really? None at all? That's Edgeworth, right? Why don't we leave it at that? Let's not go. It isn't a court of law, after all. Yeah, he's got a point. About the founders of that was exchanged for the hostage. It went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that? Missing? It's missing? I'm sure Durkee had it when he went into the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence. So I think, didn't Apollo find that? I think he did, at least. In that case, then perhaps Durkee had hidden it somewhere, or given it to someone. Incidentally, there is the matter of that horned youth you were with. You mean Apollo, Justice? Oh, you must mean Apollo. Bingo. His odd hairstyle, maybe? Maybe assume him to be a relative, perhaps your younger brother? No, not exactly. They're not related. You got it all wrong. He's Durkee's son. Yeah, he's just one of his, lawyers in training. And he's won a couple of trials of his own back in the Apollo Justice Attorney, Dual Destinies, and this game as well. More like foster son. They're not actually related to blood. So, Durkee's adoptive son, yeah. Royal Guard, oh boy. Your Eminence, yes. This ain't gonna end well for us, is it? What's she whispering in that one guy's ear? I don't like where this is going. Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now. Okay. Thank you for your presence. Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way. Let's go, Wright. Okay. Now what? We'll worry about that later. Paul and Athena have the murder scene investigated covered, so what now? Maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar, and let's go with that. And with that, updates. Let's move over to the bazaar. Under the royal. May 18th. Crime Bazaar. Oh. Whoa. What? Was that a lion? Yes. That caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of the local bird known as the warbird. Warbad. A bird. That sounds like that. I know it sounds more like a lion than a bird. Sounds more like a beast than a bird, if you ask me. That too. It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes. Well, can't say I've heard one quite like that before. Oh, it's more than unusual. It's endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar? You got me there. Maybe it's got something to do with being their national bird. Whoa, what was it? Was that a gunshot? Ha 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 ha. Started your PW? Wait. Don't tell me. It's that guy from the Defiant Dragons. Hey, look who's back. What was that? Dad's. Called it. He's so mad about that whole thing, isn't he? I'm not sure. The Defiant Dragons' newest weapon. I call these puppies Giant Snot Snaps. That's a disgusting name, and you need those. Why? Because our hard work was starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking and stuff more, and more people are joining our cause. But on account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough. Yeah, so he's been undercover. Yeah, there's been a lot of that going on lately. And whose fault is that? You can say that again. I mean, what's with the high priest fake murder / suicide? How about people are calling it the DC Defense Capability Act tragedy, and it's calling a real public uproar. DCA for short. Hopefully this means Tara's death won't be in vain after all. It's not exactly a handful of fire is going to be helpful to you guys anyway. Simple. First, I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then, we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Garen's goons off. Huh? Like this. Bang! You stop doing that! You cut that out! Yeah, I'm not with the regime and I'm not chasing you anymore. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Your reaction, that was priceless, PW! Oh, and the warbed. Ha 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 ha. Guess they still have the warbed too. They took it off with that. It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. You there! Oops, spoke too soon. Uh-oh, Rafa. You are one of those insurgents, are you not? You might want to leave. Yikes! One of the... Take that. Jump. Whoa! Darn it, Dats. And he's gone. Those firefighters are more useful than I thought. Indeed they are. Barbed head. Rafa, your benevolence? What can I do for you? I wanted to speak with you. Okay. About what? About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup. Well, I can understand why you feel that. But, and with that, I'm going to have to stop here, guys. I'll be back later. I'm going to bookmark this into the Miiverse as well.